This is the Dubai Rapid Tournament, game number 3. We both scored 100%. And now I'm playing against this Grandmaster, Mikhail Mshedishvili from Georgia, who's 2562. And I'm thinking, okay, he's a regular Grandmaster, nothing special. When I get home, I check who he is, and I find out that his peak rating was 2655 in 2012. He won 3 times the Georgian Championship. The last time was in 2018, and he's just considered, the strongest Georgian player alive. He's gonna play c4, taking the center. I go with the fianchetto, g6, trying to play King's Indian, and he plays the fianchetto variation, which is the most solid. Mshedishvili is well known for his positional play. So I go with d6, knight f3. He plays pretty fast the opening, and I go with knight c6. I played actually this variation against the great Anatoly Karpov. It was an exhibition in London, and I drew this game. But here, Mikhail played at 98.8 accuracy this game. He literally played almost the best moves for the whole game. And here he's gonna castle. He understands a Grandmaster to put his king safe. I play rook b8, continuing my plan on the queen side, pushing b5. Look at this, queen c1. He's making sure to protect the bishop for the moment when I take and this column gets open. Now the bishop is being protected because you never know. This is the point of this variation, is that you have these lines that are open. That's the reason why I opened by taking on c4, opening this column, and he's gonna take back. But here, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend this variation, just because having this knight on the side that can never come back on the c6 square and putting it actually on b7, where do you go from there? Nowhere. This is where you go. I don't know how I managed to draw against Anatoly Karpov on this. The way he played here, this move, knight d1, pretty amazing. I could play a move like bishop d4, maybe. It doesn't do much. I take the bishops, he takes back very quickly, obviously. And now I had to find a plan. And to be honest, I didn't understand that I could play with e5 here, which was the plan. Or maybe rook e8 and then pushing e5 was a good plan. This position. Also, I could have played with e6, making sure, okay, he takes, I take back, and I try to push d5 one day, maybe bishop b7 and d5, for instance. But instead, here I started playing a little bit too, a little bit like, when you're playing against a Grandmaster and you're scared. And it's exactly what happened here. And I'm thinking, okay, do I have a plan? When you play people like this who are positional, they don't let anything, like there is no cheese, there is nothing to go after in a way. So it's better to play a Grandmaster who's like, who has an attacking style, for instance, and he can make a mistake in his calculation. But he's playing a position that is super flat. There is no tactic, there is nothing, and he's just maneuvering actually with the pieces. And look at him, he's super quiet. What can I do? Queen b6 doesn't do much. He just goes rook b1. Doesn't achieve anything. e6, even e6. He can just play knight d3, for instance. And if I take, he takes back. And this position is fine for him. But it was extremely important to actually get rid of, this pawn on d5, because I don't know where to put this bishop. And instead, I went with this move, and as you can see, this is a dubious move. Because one, I don't know why I played this during the game. I don't know exactly what I was thinking, but I'm not attacking actually this, because it's very well protected so many times. What is the knight doing here? I would have, for instance, if he plays f4, I would go to g4 and maybe I have this square, but he's not going to make this mistake. I think he understood something very simple. When you look at my pieces, and this is something you should do, look at this. This piece is crap. This one is not doing anything. This one, okay, has an open column, but doesn't threaten much. This one is still home. So it leaves only this piece, and that's the reason why he plays this move. He's telling me this piece that you have on e5 is the only piece actually that is active. What am I going to do? I want to exchange it. So this is what I do, because I don't have too much you know, choice. He takes back, and you may think, okay, when you're a beginner and you're thinking, okay, what is this structure? And then it's double pawns, yeah, but they're quite powerful. They're in the center, first of all. They control, you know, very nice squares, and you will see he will win with this, by the way. And now I went e6, which is now a mistake. So you see, I mixed up plans and I went with this knight e5. That was a total mistake. Now e6 doesn't work. I mean, not easy to see. I was thinking, okay, what is the problem of e6? And you're gonna see, he's gonna find the best moves and make sure that this move e6 get punished. Because now I was thinking, okay, why do I play e6? Because I was thinking of taking on d5, and I was thinking, okay, if he takes, now I can take with the bishop, and then I can play with d5 next. So this would be cool, but this is not what he's gonna do. Now he plays the best move, queen c3. One, he's putting pressure on this, but there is a much deeper idea. This is a trap. If I take, which is what I did, by the way, it's a bad move. He takes back with the bishop. I ended up playing bishop e6. This is simply losing with his next move. I totally forgot that he could play this move, knight e4, and this is a disaster. You see this square on f6 that he's controlling twice? And you may think, okay, well, usually what we do is that we either play f6 or f5, so the rook controls this square. But now, because I played this, I cannot push the pawn, because the bishop would take the bishop, which means I don't have a defense, let's say, like f6 anymore after this move, because he can simply take the bishop. How do I stop this? Look at me. I mean, the way I look here, totally depressed. I decided to take. Now, obviously, he's not going to take back. He played again the best move, which is a great move. Knight f6 check. I mean, I can't do much. Actually, the engine is saying that I should have sacrificed my queen. Queen takes knight, queen take, and then, you know, playing a move like, and then playing a move like bishop a8, and I have two pieces for the queen. But good luck playing this against Mshedishvili. So I went king h8, started praying here that I don't get checkmated, but the way I calculated, I thought, okay, I'm not going to get checkmated, so maybe I can find something later on. But he took on d5, again the best move. I play rook b4, and I was thinking the way I played this is to come here and intercept, but he didn't let me, you know, come back in the game. I moved the king, and obviously he's gonna take this rook. I take back with the queen, and again he's gonna play the best moves. Now he has these two pieces that are not playing, so what are you gonna do? Bring them to open files, as always, right? Putting pressure here. This knight is not playing, has been there for the whole game. You know, it's like he bought a ticket and he's seated somewhere just watching the game. It's actually the best move here to play queen d8. I was thinking, okay, I will need to escape because he's gonna double here and he's gonna come here. So I need to make sure to have some escape. So he went rook e3. He wants to double the rooks. Now I play my ID rook d4, so the queen is not active on this, but he doubles the rook, and he's threatening to win the queen, right? So I have to remove the queen somewhere. I played queen b6, but the position is resignable, yeah? But he played again the best move. This is the most active piece I have. What does he do? Exactly the same idea as before with the knight, you remember? What he did here? Here, that was my most active piece. What did he do? Boom, propose an exchange. The same thing here now. Look at this. This is my most active piece on d4. He proposed an exchange of rooks, and I have no choice. I play knight b7. I cannot do anything with this rook. I'm forced to actually exchange it, and I stay with this knight that is absolutely horrible, doesn't have any square. It's coming from the opening as well, so I think I will give up on playing this opening with black, which is the, you know, the variation knight c6, and knight a5. I do not like it, and I spoke with him after the game, and he said to me that playing this opening with black wasn't a good idea, and I had way better ways of actually playing against the Fianchetto King's Indian opening. Now he went again best move, queen c6. We're not playing a human, we're just playing, honestly, stockfish here at this point. I went queen b4, attacking the rook, but he went rook e7, and as you can see, this is a total disaster, because he's threatening queen e8 check, and then taking and just checkmating me, and there is nothing I can do actually against this. Absolutely nothing. I can't fight against a move like queen e8, so I'm looking at the board, and you know, we were playing board number 1, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, but you know, he was 26.55, a little bit too strong for me, especially he played 98.8. You can check the accuracy if you want. So definitely, I mean, almost a perfect game from him. I didn't create any issue. I didn't create any trouble. Should have played another opening. I resign. And yeah, we didn't get a Grandmaster this time. Thank you for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.